So the second piece that we're going to look at is from Igor Stravinsky's The Firebird, and this is the finale. And some things to look out here, I think, really interesting about this piece. Well, the changes of tempo that we need to look out for. At the start, slow and dignified. It's a really beautiful, sort of majestic, soft opening. And then you see the sound, the sonority begins to build at figure B, crescendo. And we have to wait for that and not get louder too early. Builds to forte at the third of figure B. And then further on, 4 bars before figure C, fortissimo. And we get the tune here really big, right across the orchestra there. Now at C, you'll notice there's a change of tempo there, and this will be, well, first thing to notice is the shifting meters in this, 3/4 and then 4/4, alternating through this passage, and the way that the melody works through that. So we need to do a little bit of work on that. This will be beated in 1. Da, da, dee, da, dee, da, dee. The bars of 4/4 will be beat in 2 there, and I'll make the downbeats, that's the important thing, really clear so you can follow that. The great thing about this is that pretty much all the orchestra is playing the same thing, so we can play together very easily. Another thing to look out for, bar before E, is a rallentando through to take us into E, and you notice here it's much slower, majestically, dee da be bum, slower, grander, bigger there. Each time this tune coming back, the different tempo and dynamics giving it a different meaning and shape, and gradually the whole thing opens out, slowing into figure F, and then we get this strong ending at the end. The penultimate bar of this, you'll see, is a big crescendo. So 3 bars before the end, pianissimo subito, suddenly, very, very soft there. And then 2 bars before the end, this immense crescendo, which I will be beating 4 through this, so we can all land on that sforzando together, and I'll bring you off on the end. So we'll play it through now, and let's see how it goes. In 3 at the start, I'll give you 2, 3 to start. incredibly grand, and that tune has the feeling of bells, colossal bells being played. Let's play it through again and maybe talk through some of the things that, that are happening in the score to look out for. Again, strings. We're starting divisi, violins and violas, tremolo. And these are, you're going to want to play these right at the tip of the bow, perhaps just a little bit over the fingerboard as well. You'll get that softer, slightly more muted sound over the fingerboard. And as you begin to build that crescendo, figure B, you can work your way up the bow with a tremolandi, getting to the third of B, ready violins and violas for the tune, and working with the wind above it there. The other thing I think is quite slow this, and we have the horns and tenor horns playing the tune at the start, very legato, and it will be just playing this tune as if you're singing it. It's got to feel as if it's sung, softly to start with, and really together at the beginning there. Let's have another shot, and we'll just talk through a little bit. So 2, 3 in, go. The horns with the melody and this soft sort of whispering tremolando in the strings, just accompanying, giving some air to the melody. And then the oboe is going to be carrying the tune with the flutes and the lower pitches in the strings supporting, still keeping it soft, but when you're playing the melody, it needs to feel expressive and beautiful. And there's a sense of something here, but we're not going to get louder yet, just starting to set it up. We begin the crescendo here, which means soft, and 2 bars all the way up to forte. It's a big shape here. Tune in winds and strings, bass drum entry at this point, and whole orchestra playing the tune together. Now we're going to pull back a little bit here. Careful counting all the way through this. Notice how all the notes are accented right across the orchestra, and we get broader. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, placing this one together. 2, 1. So all in 2, beating in minims here. 2. Now this one we place suddenly softly. 2, 1. And at the end, very important at the end of the piece, when we've played that chord, just to hold the energy at the end so that we don't finish the chord and start shuffling and packing out, but just holding that presence at the end, that magnificent sound, full orchestra, bringing us off at the end of that piece there.